So actually today we'll discuss discrete maths, okay, and first thing is mathematical logic. So first I want to give introduction for myself. I am Subhash Singh and I have done MS research from IIT Delhi, and currently I am doing as a assistant controller of patents and design in Indian Patent Office, and today I will teach mathematical logic in computer science. So what is the syllabus of discrete maths? Proposition and first order logic. After that, set, relation, function. These are in second topic. So if you see the syllabus, okay. So this is part of syllabus. So today I will focus on this proposition and first order logic. Okay. So what do you mean by logic? What is logic? Computer science?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. So what do you mean by logic? Anyone? Any guess? There may be something called logical reasoning in normal exam, for example, railway and SSC. There they ask logical reasoning questions. So what is there in logical reasoning? Any guess? It is not.
Relation, listens.
Anything you can speak in any language, Hindi, English, Bengali, anything. I don't have any issue. I'll speak in Hindi and English, means I cannot speak in Bengali. But
relation among the operation.
Okay.
The logic term.
Okay.
And how to use a particular any operation in an
Okay, so you are thinking that there is something relation with operation or anything else. Okay, roughly you can say that in logical reasoning there will be something will be given, or you can say some premises will be given. Based on that you have to find some conclusion, and when you are finding that conclusion, you don't have to worry about any previous thing. Means you don't have any knowledge of anything, you don't have to memorize anything. Whatever given in that question, that is only the fact, and based on that fact may be called here in mathematical logic, those facts you will call be premises. So based on that premises you have to find the conclusion. Okay, is it clear? For example, if I will say simple thing that if someone is sleeping more than 10 hours, then his lifetime is less. Okay, and if you are saying that one person is sleeping 12 hours, definitely he has very less time. Okay, so how you are calculated? You have some statement, that is your premises. Based on that you have concluded. Is it clear? So that is the logic. Is it clear? So that logic we are going to means we will try to formulate logic into some mathematical form. Okay, and why it is essential for computer science? What is computer science? Because there must be some reason that syllabus is started from discrete maths. Means it is not only for GATE. Means if you read GATE syllabus, it is also started from discrete maths. If for computer science, if you go to GRE, there also it is started from discrete maths. If you are going to UGC NET, there also it is started from discrete maths. Then there must be some reason if that every computer science course is started with some background of mathematics. Okay, so what is the reason?
Subject is based on the logic itself.
Subject is based on logic. Okay. Anything else? What is computer? Computer is a machine. Correct. Electronic machine. Okay. Correct. Now one thing. When you are saying electronic machine, both of you have done engineering. So when you have done, you are saying electronic machine or electronic thing, then you definitely understand what is mechanical machine. Mechanical, electrical, electronics, then computer science. You can say that there is little bit hierarchical thing or day by day improvement. Okay. So what is difference between normal electronic machine and computer science?
It is based on software.
It is based on software. Yes, it is correct. But what is software?
Something which is untouchable.
Untouchable. Or you can say that some programs, okay, set of programs is called software. And my what I want to convey that computer science or computational science is a science where we do computation. Computation means mathematical computation. Okay, means anything. Maybe it is started from finding LCM, HCF. Okay, when we can do algorithmic way. What is algorithmic way? You have done algorithm. What is algorithm? You told me that algorithm is my
It is a
favorite
set
subject.
Basically, it is a set of rules of like how to write a program. Or how to
Correct, correct. But anything else? Normal procedure and algorithm. What is difference between procedure and algorithm? There is one important difference. When we say that Euclid algorithm, you know what is Euclid algorithm? You know finding LCM or HCF. There are various methods. Means if I'll say finding HCF of 8 and 12. So how to find HCF? There are two methods. One method that you do factor of both. Factor of 8 is 2 cross 2 cross 2 and factor of 12 is 2 cross 2. So common thing is this. So this is one method. Okay. But another method is this one. So this is also 4. Means both method is giving this. So can you tell me that which is more algorithmic? Second one. Yes, yes, you are right. But why?
It is based on division.
It is based on division. Okay. Actually, for algorithm, there must be some termination condition. Means it cannot be in infinite loop. If there is any program which is in infinite loop, it means it is not an algorithm. Means if for an algorithm you must ensure termination condition after some steps. Okay. Now what is computer science? What is computation? Computation means any calculation which is done in after some finite step. Is it clear? So for algorithm it is important then that the steps should be completed after some finite step. It cannot be infinite. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. So first thing, computer science means computation in finite step. We have to do, means we can explore anything, but we must have to ensure that our complete thing will be completed after some finite step. Okay. There is one subject, theory of computation. In theory of computation, you learn that what is the limitation of this computation. Means which thing you can compute and which thing you cannot compute. Which thing you compute in after means there are NP and P Do you know P and NP thing? Polynomial time algorithm and non-polynomial time algorithm. Means that is just tell you that how much time it will take to complete that. Is it exponential or it is linear? Actually, we are not looking only solution after some finite time, but how much time it will take if our input is very long. Okay, we will consider those things also. Means for bigger problem, how much this time will take. Is it clear? So everything for computer science, what is there? Whatever the real life problem is there, we have to convert that real life problem into some mathematical thing, so that computer will understand, that electronic machine will understand that what is the problem, and then we solve that problem using that machine, and after that we will again convert that thing into the real life something. Is it clear? So that's why mathematics is important, because when we convert those things into mathematics, then we can easily compute the solution, and we have some algorithm, or we are sure that after some time we solve the problem. Is it clear? Why mathematics is important? That for a surety, that we will sure that after some time, or after how much time we can compute, means we can guess also. Is it clear? That's why mathematics is first thing for any computer science related exam. So what is mathematical logic? Mathematical logic is a formal system for reasoning about truth and falsity using symbols and rules. Means we use some symbols and rules, and we use those symbols to find some conclusion. Is it clear? So this is the first definition, a system for reasoning about proposition. Okay, now one thing is proposition. What is proposition? Here I have written statements that are either true or false. True and false. If I'll tell that you are a student, so is it a proposition? Yes, because it is a true statement. If I'll say that this is chair, is it a proposition? Yes, because that statement is false. Okay. And if I'll say what is your name, is it a proposition? No, because it is just a question, it is not a proposition. If I'll say that are you a student, is it a proposition? No, this is not a proposition. Are you a student? For that you have an answer, that yes or no, but that is a question. Is it clear? So there is a difference between true and yes. There is difference between false and no. Yes is answer of something, but true is not answer of something. Is it clear? Difference between true and yes. Clear? So you are a student, this is a proposition, but are you a student? This is not a proposition. Clear? So you have what is mathematical logic? Reasoning means using proposition. First we will go through proposition calculus and then we will go to predicate. Provides a foundation of formalizing arguments and proof. So proof means mathematical proof. Something will be given, you have to derive something. Okay. Because earlier I told you that why you choose this thing, means algorithm, because proof is important. We have to show that after some time things will be completed. Okay, that's why proof is important. And as I told you that what is logic? Finding conclusion from given premises. So if P1, P2, P3 these are given, then finding Q, that is called logic. Okay. So why logic is important? from proof and problem solving in computer science. What is computer science? Roughly you can say computer science is a field of science where we convert real life problem into mathematics, then solve in mathematical model, and again we convert those things into real life so that the life is easy. Is it clear? Any doubt in definition? Now there are two types of logic. One is deductive logic and another is inductive logic. So what is deductive logic? When premises are given like this: all human are mortal, Socrates is human, therefore Socrates is mortal. So this is called deductive logic. Is it clear? If I'll say that every day sun rises from east, today is Monday, Monday is also a day, so conclusion that today also sun rises from east only. Okay, so this is what? Deductive logic. Is it clear? Any doubt? What is inductive logic? Opposite of that. The sun have risen every morning, the sun rose today, so you conclude the sun will likely rise tomorrow. So here thing is likely. Okay. So for example, if I'll say that anyone read more than 8 hours will selected in gate. Means if anyone studies more than 8 hours, definitely he will selected in gate. This is our first premises. And X reads 10 hours. So we can easily find that X will be selected. So this is called deductive logic. Is it clear? But if same thing, if I'll say in inductive logic, X reads 8 hours selected in gate, Y read 9 hours selected in gate, Z read 8.4 hours selected in gate. After that, if you can find, if you say that anything K read 10 hours, so if these premises are given, then you can find conclusion that K will be selected. Is it clear? So difference of deductive and inductive is clear? Any doubt? Okay. So here what is there in deductive logic? A generic statement is there. First statement or the premises is generic, which is true for all. And what is our conclusion? Conclusion is some specific thing in deductive logic. In inductive logic, what is there? The statements are very specific. From a specific thing, we are going to find some generic statement. Is it clear? No? So here I am giving first statement as a generic statement. If someone studies more than 8 hours, he will be selected in gate. So this is a generic statement. This is very big statement. Okay. After that, X reads 10 hours. So this is a specific one. So these two statements are given. These two are premises. And what is conclusion? X will be selected. Is it clear? So this conclusion is very specific. But what is here? X read 8 hours, he selected in gate. Some Y reads 9 hours, selected in gate. Z reads more than 8 hours, selected in gate. So there are 10 things are given. Based on that you find conclusion. Now your conclusion is generic that K will be selected in gate. So both logic is clear. Now can you tell me which logic is correct, means which one is always correct? First one. This is not always correct. Is it clear? This is always correct. Conclusions are guaranteed if the premises are true. So here guaranteed thing is there. Now here reasoning from specific observation to general principle. These are a specific thing to some general principle, or you can say bottom up approach, means smaller things to some greater things. Conclusions are probable, not guaranteed. Is it clear? Okay. Now have you gone through some AI techniques like neural network or anything? No. So when you are in you have completed your B.Tech, which year?
Second year portion.
Okay. Okay. So when we talk about artificial intelligence or neural network or deep learning, all those things are what? Based on inductive logic. Inductive logic means we have some experience. We will give some example, that for this example this is the solution, for this example this is the solution, and then we find that what will be the final answer. Okay, is it clear? So all AI based things are inductive logic. How you remember this term? You know method of induction, proving technique, induction method. What is the thing? If I'll say proof summation of n equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. You know what is summation of n? Summation of n means 1 plus 2 plus 3. What is value of this? Okay. So how you prove this? There is one way is induction. Okay, and there are two ways. One way is this, and then another is if you write this just as n minus 1 n minus 2 plus 1 equal to s. If you add both, every term is what? N plus 1. This is also n plus 1. How many terms? N terms. That's why n into n plus 1 equal to 2s. That's why s is half of n into n plus 1. So this is not the induction. Okay. What is induction? Induction is this. First we take for two terms or single terms. For example, sigma of 2. 1 plus 2 is how much? 3. So 1 multiply or 2 multiply 3 divided by 2. So this is 3. So base is for two terms it is true. Okay. Now we consider for n terms that it is true, and we prove that if it is true for n plus 1 also, it means it is true for all. Is it clear? So that is induction method. Do you remember? Can you prove it? You have to consider that this formula is true for n terms, and you have to prove for n plus 1. How to do that? How to do that? For n terms, this one is the thing. So for n plus 1, this will become what? N into n plus 1 divided by 2 plus n plus 1. So this will become how much? N plus 1. Here it is n by 2 plus 1. Is it okay? Is it clear? Now n plus 1, n plus 2 divided by 2. So this is what? N into, now n is n plus 1, so n plus 1 is n, and so you can write this like n plus 1 plus 1. So this is true, means you have to consider for n plus 1, and then now can you tell me that this mathematical index n is inductive logic or deductive logic? That is inductive or deductive? Deductive, correct. Why not inductive? If we will not do this thing and we only check for 1 terms, 2 terms, 3 terms, for n terms, and we consider that no, it is true for n plus 1 also, then that is inductive. Means we have checked for 2 terms, similarly we will check for 3 terms, 4 terms, 5 terms, and later on also we check for 10 and 12 terms, and then we consider that okay, it is true for 10 terms, so it will be for next term also, then that is called inductive logic. But because we have done this step, so now it is not inductive, now it came to deductive. Is it clear? But initiation is induction only, so that's why this step is called basis of induction. This is clear what is inductive and deductive. So all AI things are in inductive logic, and all core computer science thing is in deductive logic. So we study today the deductive logic part. Okay. So you have probably both of you have done this digital logic. Digital also not. Digital logic means and or not. These things you have done. Digital electronics part. So here also we use, first we go through the proposition. What is proposition? We have already known what is proposition. Any statement having truth value. Clear? So here it is written, statements that are either true or false. For example, 2 plus 2 equal to 4. It is a proposition? No. Okay. Why? Why not?
This is the operation.
This is the operation. But this is also a statement. You can say that it is true or false. For example, if 2 plus 3 equal to 4, that is same. That is also having a that is also a statement that is false. 2 plus 3 is also, if I write this, 2 plus 3 equal to 4, then this is also a proposition. 2 plus 3 is a false proposition. Is it clear? Okay, thank you. Okay, clear? Any doubt? 2 plus 2 equal to 4 is a proposition. If I will say that, what is value of 2 plus 2, then if I will say that is 2 plus 2 equal to 4, then that is not a proposition, because that is a question. Question is not a proposition. In English language also, proposition and predicate, two things are there. So similarly we are using that only in mathematical logic also. Clear? Then these are logical connectives. logical connectives, and or not implies if. Okay. So there also in digital logic also and is there. Normally we say A and B, or A plus B. Not, you can write like this, a complement in digital logic implies same thing, same, and biconditional this. So do you remember those things? You can make truth table. Okay, you will just check that. So you can you verify this truth table? And what is and? When both of them are true, then that is true. So if both is true, then that is true, otherwise everything is false. Or one of them must be true. So this is true, so that's why true. This is true, true, and this is true, so this true. When both are false, here it is this, and when both are true, then this is. So and or is clear. Now if P then Q, this is important thing. This is what? If P then Q. Not P is also, is it not P means if this is true then that is false. So most important thing and most tricky thing is conditional statement. If P then Q. Now if I'll say for conditional statement, if P then Q is given and P is false, what is truth value of if P then Q? If P and Q is given, what is logic? Logic means you have some premises is given and you have to find conclusion. Now I am asking, if P and Q is given and P is false, then what is the total truth value? What is the conclusion?
What is the meaning of P?
Okay. Meaning it can be anything. For example, if I'll say that if you study 8 hours, then you will be selected in GATE. So P is what? P is study more than 8 hours, and Q is selected in GATE. Okay. Now can you tell me, if Q is given, if P then Q is given, one statement that is given, and second statement P is false, then what is the total truth value? False. What is your view?
P is given.
P is not given, not P is given, means P is false, or not P is given, and if P then Q is given. Okay, if I'll say, what is truth value of if P then Q? Okay. If P then Q means, for example, if I'll say that P statement of P is someone X studies more than 8 hours, then someone studies more than 8 hours, and Q is what? He is selected in GATE. Now I am asking that this thing is given if some, and what is meaning of this whole statement? If someone studies more than 8 hours, he will be selected in GATE. Is it clear? Now this statement is given, and this is also given that X is not studies more than 8 hours. Means not P is given, and if P then Q is given. So what is the conclusion? True. Is it clear? No. Okay. Now just this thing is very tricky, and very repeatedly in exam it is asked. Okay, based on this, these things and or and not is very easy to understand. Okay, here it is tricky. It looks that if P then Q. For example, if I'll say that if you are selected in GATE, okay, or for example, politician says that if I'll be minister, then I'll make something very beautiful or make this city very advanced. Okay. Now, if he is not selected in, or if he is not a minister, can you tell anything about the whole statement? Is it clear? So, same thing is there. If this first condition is false, then the whole conditional statement is always true. Is it clear? If first statement is false, then whole conditional statement is always true. Understood?
Is it the rule and it depends on the statement?
No, not statement is this only. It is not dependent upon this thing. It is not dependent upon P and Q. It is means for every conditional statement, if first statement is false, then total statement is true. Is it clear or any doubt? Any doubt? No. So, if for a conditional statement, if first statement is false, if P is false, then whole statement is true. Similarly, if Q is true, then also whole statement is true. For example, if I have given example of that politician remarks, then if he will make that city very beautiful or very advanced, then definitely you don't have to consider about this. Is it clear? Any doubt? So, whenever in Jain philosophy, they told that if you want to become a truthful person, you always want to speak truth only, then you always give conditional statement. Means conditional statements are more probably true. This conditional statement is false in only one condition, when this P is true and this is false. So, you look at here, this is false in only one condition, otherwise conditional statements are always true. When first condition is true and second condition is not true, then only you can tell that whatever person speaks, that is false. Is it clear? And we use this conditional statement in many definitions. Later we will learn this set relation function. There, especially in relation, all definitions are based on the conditional statement. Okay? This thing is clear? Any doubt in conditional statement? So, conditional statement is clear. What is biconditional? Biconditional means this is equivalent to if A then B and if B then A. So, what is meaning of this? Both have to be true. Both should be same. Means both are true or both are false. If both are false, then also this is true. Because if A and B both are false, A is false, so this is true, and B is false, so this is true. So if both are false, then also the total thing is true. Is it clear? And both are true, then definitely it is true, because B is true, then this is true. Is it clear? Means both have same truth value. A and B both have same truth value, then this biconditional is applied. Is it clear? So now this thing is clear, truth table. Now here one simple example that how normal statement is can be written in mathematical logic. For example, if I'll say, if it is hot and humid, then it is raining. And P is what? It is hot, and it is Q is raining. Q means Q means it is humid. So if it is hot and humid, so if it is hot and it is humid, then you can say that it is raining. So this is what? This is a conditional statement. Okay. Now if I'll say that it is not hot, then what is the truth value of this statement? Today is not a hot day, then what you can say about this statement? True. Is it clear? Because this thing is false, so total condition is true. Similarly, if it is raining, then also this is true. Clear? So this is also simpler than this one. Okay. Now what is well-formed formula? In proposition logic, everything is well-formed formula. Means a symbol, for example, P, Q, R is a well-formed formula. If you apply not, then that is also a well-formed formula. If you use bracket, then that is also, what is bracket? Bracket means you can give priority to some operation. Okay. So for that you use bracket. Similarly, and, or, and this condition and by condition you apply, then also that is a statement or well-formed formula. And this well-formed formula is for proposition logic. And repeated application of all these is called well-formed formula. Okay. Now this thing you have already seen, PQ, not P, you know, P and Q, you know, P or Q, you know, if P then Q, that thing also you know, that this is false, only one condition, when first condition is true and second condition is false, in only that condition it is false, otherwise this is true. Okay. And for biconditional, if both are false, then also it is true. If both are true, then also it is true, otherwise it is false. This is what we have done. Now what I am telling, that using truth table you can prove anything. For example, using truth table, if it is P, H is given, then you can find truth value of P or H. You can find truth value of P or H and not H. Okay. Is it clear? And based on that you can find that this is equivalent to P, or if this is true, it means what? If everything is true, it means this is tautology, or you can say that this statement is always true, or you can say that this entails this thing. Okay. So using truth table you can do. Any doubt here? So what is P or Q? That is clear. P and Q is also clear. Now if P then Q, so what is if P then Q? Not P or Q. So not P means these things are also shaded, or Q. Is it clear? This is also shaded. Now come to this one, by condition. What is by condition? If both are false, so here both are false, it is not in P, it is not in Q, so both are false, then this is true. If both are true, then this is true. Is it clear? Any doubt? Okay. So these diagrams are clear. So these diagrams are also these diagrams are called Venn diagrams, is used in set relation also. There also we will do use these diagrams. Okay. Any doubt? Now for any conditional statement, for example, if P then Q, we have three forms of that conditional statement. Inverse, inverse means not of that. Converse means you change the side. If P then Q, converse is if Q then P. And contrapositive, what is contrapositive? Not Q then not P. Okay. Now can you tell me this statement is equivalent to which one, or it is not equivalent to any one? Can you tell? First one. Use your copy pen, it is easy because it is mathematics, so don't go to conclusion easily. Same thing, you just apply this one. This is not P or Q. Okay. Similarly use this. This is equivalent to which one? Not of P or Q. So this is what? P or Q. Okay. Is it clear? So both are not same. What about this? This is not of Q or P. Okay. What about this? This is not of Q or not of P. So this is what? Q or not P. So contrapositive of any statement is always same as the statement or as the conditional statement. So for conditional statement and contrapositive of the conditional statement having same truth value. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. What about these two? These two are also same. So inverse and converse are also same, or you can say that inverse and converse are contrapositive to each other. Means this is contrapositive of this statement and this is contrapositive of this statement. Is it clear? Any doubt? Clear? Now there are some rules like modus ponens. Okay, so it is better you use this is if P is given and if P then Q is given. So what is the conclusion? Can you find? Try to note down in your notebook. It is easy. Actually these things are also easy. If you do mathematically by yourself, it is very easy. Means if you use mathematics, it is definitely after practice you feel that no, logic is more easier way, but for initial thing it is better to use mathematical thing. Means you do operate mathematically and then you will come to conclusion. So what is conclusion? If P is given true and if P then Q is given. So what is this? How to do that? So this is P is also true and not P or Q is given. This is given. So apply this into this distributive law. You know what is distributive law? Yes, so apply it. So this will become what? P and not P or P and Q. Is it clear? So P and not P is what? P and not P is what? Okay, if I'll say that I study and I don't study, it means I am definitely telling false statement. So P, not P is what?
हिंदी तो कंफर्टेबल, हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स बोलो,
ओके
समझाने के लिए कुछ
हाँ ठीक है,
उसको भी हिंदी आता है।
okay, where actually these things are English only, so I speak in English. But if you feel that somewhere Hindi is better, then we can do. P and not P is what? End of true and false is what? False. End of false and true is false. So P and not P is false. Clear? Any doubt? So this is false. False or P and Q. False or anything is what? False or anything is false. Okay. So in if you have done digital logic, false means 0. So 0 plus anything is what? 0 plus x is x. So false or anything is that thing only. Is it clear? So we can do here also. For example, if P is given and false means everything is false and P is true and false. So false or P or false will become what? True or false is what? क्या होगा? True or false? True or false? True. Correct. False or false? False. It means ये same है P के. तो false or anything is that thing. Clear? और डिजिटल लॉजिक यदि यूज़ किया है तो इट इज़ इजी. 0 प्लस एनीथिंग इज दैट थिंग. 0 प्लस एक्स इज एक्स एंड 0 डॉट एक्स इज यस. एंड यदि करेंगे तो 0 होगा. यहीं पे सेम P एंड फॉल्स. ट्रू फॉल्स फॉल्स फॉल्स. नाउ डू एंड. So and true and false, and is what? False. False. So and करने से false. Is it clear? So it means whenever you have any doubt, you always come to truth table and you do this thing, because this is the easiest way. It may take more time. Okay? टाइम ज़्यादा लग सकता है, लेकिन इसमें जो है मीन्स यू विल नेवर गो रॉन्ग. ओके. एंड इन लॉजिकल वे it will take less time, but your logic must be strong. Means definitely after some time you feel that okay, this process is lengthy, but it is always 100% correct. Okay. Because now you because you have gone through digital logic, so you understood this thing. As I told you, 0 plus x is x and 0 dot x is yes. Similarly, 1 plus x is what? Any doubt? No. So 1 plus x is 1 and 1 dot x is x. Clear? So what is 1 here? 1 is true and 0 is false. Okay? So what is the conclusion? So false or anything is P and Q. So you can say that conclusion of this is P and Q. But you know that P is already known. So what is better conclusion? Q. So this thing is called modus ponens. If P implies Q, if this thing is true and P is true and this thing is true, these two conditions or these two premises are true, then you can easily say Q is true. If somebody studies, or you can say if someone studies more than 8 hours, he is selected in GATE, and I say that X studies more than 8 hours, then you can easily conclude that he is selected in GATE. So this is which logic? Modus ponens. Most popular inference. These all things are inference, or you can say that mathematical logic. So this is the thing. If P implies Q and P is true, then Q is true. So this is the mathematical way. Okay. Now come to modus tollens. So before understanding modus tollens, it is easy to understand this thing. Oh, we have already gone through conditional statement. Okay. Now from conditional statement, what is this? If P implies Q, this is true and Q is false. So what is the conclusion? P is false. So this is given, but you have to find in your way. Actually, this is a disadvantage of slide representation, that you know the answer, but it is better that you find by yourself. Okay? खुद करने का कोशिश करो, वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है. First, convert this statement into contrapositive statement. So what is contrapositive of this statement? Not Q, then not P. This is contrapositive of this. Contrapositive of this statement is this one. Any doubt? What is contrapositive? If P then Q, then you just apply not in both and change the side. If you change the side, it means it is converse, and inverse not को apply किया. ठीक है? Any doubt? So you just apply this contrapositive, and then you know not Q is also given. So now apply modus ponens. So what is conclusion? क्या होगा? Not Q is given. If not Q, then not P is true. अब ये modus ponens अप्लाई करो, क्या होगा? Conclusion? If P is given, if P then Q, then conclusion is Q. So here not Q is given. If not Q, then not P is true. So what is the conclusion? Not Q is given. ठीक है, नॉट क्यू दिया हुआ है. इफ नॉट क्यू इज ट्रू, देन नॉट पी इज ट्रू. यदि नॉट क्यू दिया हुआ है तो नॉट पी ट्रू होगा, और नॉट क्यू दिया हुआ है तो क्या होगा? नॉट क्यू दिया हुआ है ट्रू, और हम ये कह रहे हैं कि यदि नॉट क्यू ट्रू है, नॉट क्यू दिया हुआ है तो नॉट पी ट्रू होगा. सो व्हाट इज दिस? A is given here. What is here? P is given. If P is given, then Q is true. So Q must be true. P पहले दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. यदि P ट्रू है तो Q ट्रू होगा, और चूंकि हमें पता है कि P ट्रू है तो डेफिनेटली Q ट्रू होगा, ठीक है. यदि हम बारिश में जाएंगे तो भीग जाएंगे, ठीक है, और हम बारिश में चले गए तो हमें पता है कि हम भीगेंगे. इज इट क्लियर? सो व्हाट इज P हियर? हम भीगेंगे, सॉरी, हम बारिश में जाएंगे, ठीक है, और यदि बारिश में गए तो भीगेंगे. इज इट क्लियर? फर्स्ट इफ P देन Q, यदि बारिश में गए तो भीगेंगे, ठीक है. तो इसका क्या मतलब है कि हम बारिश में गए तो डेफिनेटली कंक्लूजन दैट हम भीगेंगे. इज इट क्लियर? नाउ सेम थिंग यहां अप्लाई करना है, तो क्या होगा? नॉट Q इज गिवन, इफ नॉट Q देन नॉट P. नॉट P. इज इट क्लियर या कोई डाउट है? हाँ, यहां पहले इफ P इज ट्रू देन Q इज ट्रू. दीज टू स्टेटमेंट्स आर गिवन, ठीक है. जैसे मैंने कहा है कि मैं बारिश में बाहर गया, और यदि मैं बारिश में बाहर जाऊंगा तो मैं भीगूंगा, तो इस दोनों स्टेटमेंट का कंक्लूजन क्या होगा? If P is true, then Q must be true. So P is already true. So Q is true. So this is called modus ponens. Now, what is modus ponens? If P and Q, this is a conditional statement, and we know that for any conditional statement, contrapositive statement is same to that statement. Okay. So what is contrapositive of this? Contrapositive is this thing. Now, not Q is already known. If P implies Q, this is known, and Q is false. Q is false means not Q is true. So not Q is already known. So what should be the conclusion? This one, as this one is the conclusion. Okay. So conclusion is, tell me, क्या होगा conclusion? इसमें कंक्लूजन क्या होगा?
P is given Q, not Q, P.
This is same as not Q then not P, और not Q ऑलरेडी ट्रू है, तो इसलिए इसमें हम not P कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं. एनी डाउट? These things are very easy but very useful. रीजनिंग का जो एग्ज़ाम होता है उसमें भी ये सब यूज़फुल है, और कंप्यूटर साइंस में तो डेफिनेटली है, इसीलिए कंप्यूटर साइंस के सिलेबस में हम स्पेशली फॉर्मली पढ़ते हैं, ठीक है. जहाँ रीजनिंग में पढ़ते हैं वहाँ पे हम लोग बस इसको कैजुअली लेते हैं और कैजुअली ट्रिक्स बताते हैं कि कैसे ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस को हम सॉल्व कर सकें, ठीक है. बट कंप्यूटर साइंस में हमें फॉर्मली पढ़ना होता है, क्योंकि इसके हेल्प से हम रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर सकें और रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम को फॉर्मुलेट कर सकें. ओके. एनी डाउट? एनी डाउट इन मॉडस टोलन? क्लियर बोथ? नाउ दिस इज इफ P implies Q and Q implies R. So can you say that P implies R? This is easier thing. Okay? Any doubt? इसमें तो कोई डाउट नहीं है. If P or Q is true, and P is false, so actually if you apply same modus ponens here, so this is what? Not P and this is equivalent to not P or Q. This thing. This is clear या कोई doubt है? Because what is this? Not of P or Q. So not of P means P or Q. So P or Q can be written like this. Now you can apply modus ponens. What is the conclusion? Q. Clear? Now addition. If P is true, then okay, this is P is true, then you can find, this is the easiest you can say, then P or Q is true. If P is true, then you can conclude that P or Q is true. Okay. For example, if I'll say that one person is selected in gate, means many. Okay. For example, if I'll say that he is selected in gate, what do you mean by that? Means if I'll tell that one of you is selected, then that is also a true statement. But converse is not true. Converse means opposite is not true. Okay. But what is simplification? P and Q is true, then P is true. Okay. Is it clear? Any doubt? Similarly, you can make any inference. Actually, there is no limitation of making inference. There are many logical inference, but most important is this modus ponens, because this is basic logic. Based on that, you can find many logics. Okay. Clear? This is gate question. Now tell me, this is I think 2021 question. Let P and Q be the following proposition. P is one proposition, Q is one proposition. Consider the statement. This statement is given. Fail grade cannot be given when students score more than 50% marks. So this statement can be written, means which among them is correct option? कौन सा option इसके लिए correct है? Either A or D. Okay. What is new? C. So what is this? First you have to understand this sentence. Fail grade cannot be given when student scores more than 50 marks. It means if students get more than 50 marks, then this cannot be given. So it means this is what? Q, then this is actually not of P. So this will become what? Is it clear? So this is which option? Yes, A. So no other option is correct. Oh, 1 minute. There may be contrapositive statements are, that also you know that contrapositive statements are also same as the current statement. So what is contrapositive of this?
Not of Q.
Correct. So this So this is the first one, and P then not Q. So only one option. Clear? So these statements definitely, because you know that conditional statement is equivalent to contrapositive only, so definitely you can say that only a single answer is correct. But now can you tell me what is this statement? Both, can you tell me any inverse thing is there? Not P or not. What about this statement? This is what? This is inverse or converse? This statement? Okay. Actually, converse and inverse, when both are equivalent, although inverse means applying not and converse means changing the sign, but logically both are equivalent. You remember this thing? This is inverse, this is converse, but both are logically same. Both are P or not Q, not Q or P. Clear? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Clear? Now some definition. A valid sentence or tautology if everything is true, means it is true for always, means true, 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 then that is called tautology. Inconsistent sentence or contradiction means everything is false. Okay. P entails Q, that means that whenever P is true, so Q is true. Okay. Means if P is true, then Q is true. That can be written like this. Okay. Now this is GATE 2021 question. Can you tell me? Tautology means always true. Contradiction means always false. Now when this thing is given, this is called antecedent and this is called consequent. So find out this. You can find using logic also, and you can find it using truth table also. Make truth table of this side and make truth table of this side. Correct. Try to make truth table of this side first.
Tautology and
Tautology we have seen. What is tautology? Tautology is a sentence that is true under all interpretation, means everything is true. Contradiction means everything is false. So what is tautology? So tautology, for example, P or not P. This is what? P or not P is what? Always true. So that is a tautology. Similarly, what is contradiction? P and not P. So this is contradiction. Okay? Now come to this question. So first make truth table. P and Q you have made, okay. But P and Q, what is this? P and Q का ड्रॉ करो. P and Q कहाँ किया है?
This is the and one.
Yes. So this is P, this is Q. So make P and Q. Truth table of this P and Q. P, Q. So you can write 0 0 also, or you can write true false also. For example, if you are writing 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, okay. So what is P and Q? 0 0 0 1. So this is P and Q. Now if P, now you just write R also, okay. Okay. So because there are 3 variables, so how many columns will be there? No, how many rows will be there? 8 rows. Here for P and Q you have to make only 4, but for this question, because there are 3 variables, so you have to make 8 things. So what is the best way? Best way is this: P, Q and R. 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, and 0 is false and 1 is true. Now you find P and Q. So what is P and Q? 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1. Now what if now if this, then this? It means if first condition is false, then what is the total truth value of conditional statement? What is the first condition? If P and Q, this is the first thing. So this is false, then definitely this P and Q. Now I am writing this. So if this is false, definitely these things are 1. If first is false, the whole statement is true for conditional statement. Now if first is true, then you have to check this. So here it will be 0 and in last it is 1, because R is also true. Okay, so now you have made truth table for this side. Similarly you have to make truth table of this side. P and Q you have already made here. So what you have to make? QR. So you have to make if Q then R. So how to make if Q? So Q is 0, so here it will be 1. Q is 0, so here it will be 1. Now if Q then R, so this is 0. This is 1. Again 0, 0, not 0. This is 0, so definitely it is 1. This is 0, so this is 1.
How are you checking for Q equals 1?
Which one?
For Q equals 1. I mean, if Q is 0, then definitely
If I am finding this one.
Yeah.
For this conditional, what is conditional statement? If first statement is false, the truth value of whole thing is true. So, but Q is 0, here it is Q is 0, so it means if Q then R must be 1. Here also it is 0, so this must be 1. Now here this is 1, so we have to check here. Here it is 0, so I have copied 0. Is it clear? Now similarly here in both case 0, so here it will be 1. Now here it is 1, here it is 0, so here you have to write 0, and both are 1, so here you have to write 1. Is it clear? So write down and do it yourself only. Now P and Q is given and this. So now find the, if this and this, so I am writing here consequent. Consequent means this whole thing. So what is consequent? So here it is 0, so all these things are 1. So till this term everything is 1, because this thing is 0. Okay? Is it clear? So now only you have to think about these last two, and these last two is what? Here it is 1, here it is 0, so this will become 0. Here it is 1, here it is 1, so this will become 1. Okay? Is it clear? So both are what? Both are same. This thing and this thing, means this thing and this thing are same. So antecedent and consequent both are same. Now if antecedent and consequent both are same, it means what? P, so this is actually equivalent to what? Can you say that this statement is always true? If P is true, then P is true. Yes, it means actually this is, so this is what? Not P or P. So this is what? Not P or P is what? Not P or P is? No, true. Okay, P and true is different. P means it can be true also, it can be false also, and true means it is always true. Yes, yes. So in 0 and 1 also you have to tell this is not P, this is 1. If I'll say that A plus A bar, then you have to tell that it is 1, not A. Similarly, if you have to tell A dot A bar, then it is 0, not A bar. Is it clear? So now tell me, what is the answer? D is the correct answer. Anything, any other answer is possible? Okay. Is it tautology? No, this is not tautology, because this is equivalent to, no, 1 minute. This is what? This is true, not P or P. So this is tautology. What is tautology? What is tautology? Which is always true. Tautology means true, or you can say 1. Okay? Contradiction means 0 or false. So now tell me, what is here? Option B. Actually this single answer is not possible. Why? Because if this is not tautology and not contradiction, then this will be the answer. Okay, that is also. Any doubt? Now similar question. Actually you have to do more and more practice. After practice only you can your confidence is also built up, and you will understand the logic in better way. Okay, so previous year gate question is most important thing. You have to solve previous year gate questions, at least previous 10-year question. Okay, okay, now do this one. Now this question is easy. Why? Because there are two proposition. There are two proposition only. So when there are only two variables, means only using 4 you can make truth table. So you can make truth table of first also, you can make truth table of second also. Then you can verify. So make it fast. One thing is actually making truth table is definitely easy, but if you find some easier thing, then you can make means you can, for example, this one. Okay, but first you make using truth table, then you later you will understand that how it is easier. Yes, yeah, that is what I am telling. You can apply distribution, or you can think like this also. This is not P, and what is this? Not P, then Q. This is statement. So what is conclusion of this? Not P is also true, and so actually this is nothing but this is not P and Q. So this whole thing is not P and Q. But okay, but first you try to make using truth table, then you can easily understand that how both are same. Means how this is. Similarly, here also the same thing is there. You can think like this, not P and Q will derive Q, and here so where you found 111? Okay, for S1. Okay. Correct. You found it for first one? For practice, always do truth table first and then you apply logic in initial days. And after that, when you understood the logic little bit, then you can easily apply the logical formula. Then you have doubt. क्या doubt है? What is doubt? You cannot find truth table. हाँ truth table तो जब truth table है तो truth table इस total का करना होगा. इसका truth table, after that this truth table and then this truth table. 4 वेरिएबल का ही है तो बड़ा नहीं होगा, वो इजीली हो जाएगा. आप करो, बट ओके अभी नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो इसको घर पे करना, ठीक है? क्लियर? ऑप्शन बी, S1 is tautology, yes, correct. So you got the point, you got using truth table, correct. So using truth table you can easily find all proposition calculus thing, okay? This thing is also called calculus, sometimes it is also called logic, okay? There is very minute difference between this, that we are not discuss here because it is for GATE exam, so it is okay. Now come here, what is this? A and B, this is true, this is true, or this is true. Which one is true? ये क्या है कि मैं ये कहूँ कि A and B, A and B means A भी मीन्स आप भी सेलेक्ट हो रहे हो गेट में, आप भी सेलेक्ट हो रहे हो गेट में. मैं ये मान लो प्रॉमिस कर रहा हूँ कि दोनों आदमी सेलेक्ट हो रहे हो गेट में, तो क्या इससे मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि आप सेलेक्ट हो गए? और नहीं कह सकते हो? इज इट क्लियर? मीन्स आई एम टेलिंग दैट वन बोथ एंड मीन्स बोथ पर्सन आर गोइंग टू बी सेलेक्टेड इन गेट, so definitely one person is selected in gate, so this is always true. But this is not true, because from one person is selected in gate, from that we cannot say that both person will be selected in gate. Is it clear? Now look at here, using truth table you can easily mix, so you try it, okay, for truth table also. But now we will go through logic, okay. This is what not P and P or Q. So this is what not P and not P then Q, if we change into conditional statement. That is clear? Now if using these two, can we conclude modus ponens? Using modus ponens, this one is conclusion. Actually in modus ponens only Q is conclusion, but you remember modus ponens में conclusion सिर्फ Q था, but actually mathematically this is P and Q. P is also true and Q is also true. So when you apply mathematically, then it is better to apply P and Q. You cannot ignore P. So this is not P and Q. So this whole thing is not P and Q. From not P and Q, it concludes Q, and from Q it concludes not P and Q. Now you apply this thing. A and B you are concluding A, and from only A you are concluding this. So this is true. Undo. Yes. So this is true. So true means always true, tautology, and this is not tautology but satisfiable. Satisfiable means for some value it can be true. Is it clear? Any doubt? Okay. Now this is easy question. You apply this thing, contrapositive thing, then you can easily understand what are the if not P then not Q. So what is contrapositive of this? Yes, contrapositive is this Q. So contrapositive is this one. So this is correct, second is correct, and anything else what is this? This is actually, this is also, this third option is also same thing. Okay, okay. What is if P then Q? Not P or Q. Okay. So if it is written P and Q or P or Q, so can you write this thing as not P? This. Okay. So now what I have written? Not of Q is here. So not of Q means it will be Q, then P. Is it clear? So these two options are correct. So 2 and 3rd. So option D. So this is the thing. In exam you have to be careful that when you find an answer, for example using contrapositive, you directly know this one, but you don't ignore other option. You have to go thoroughly. ठीक है? कोई doubt? Okay. Okay. So now, okay, now this we can ignore right now. Okay. So till this thing, this is called proposition logic. Okay. What is disadvantage in proposition logic? For example, we only tell some specific statement in proposition logic. We cannot say generic statement, or we cannot use function here. Okay. So we in predicate logic we can use function also. For example, what is predicate logic? For example, if I'll say X is a student, so this can be written like Sx. Now if I'll write S Ram, it means what? Ram is a student. So S Ram is what? S Ram is a proposition. And if I'll put X here, then that is called predicate. Okay. In English language also subject plus predicate. So if we feel means subject is variable, then that is called predicate. Okay. So in your means in GATE syllabus, this proposition logic and predicate logic, both logic are what? Inductive or deductive? Deductive. So now we'll come to predicate calculus. So like in proposition also we have some well formed formula, we have some definition. What is the definition? Any PQR is a proposition logic, and or not, condition, by condition, and repetition of all those things are also a well-formed formula for proposition logic. Similarly, here also in predicate logic, every atomic sentence, true, false, every proposition is in predicate logic. Any complex sentence using this not or all these connectives, that is also a predicate logic. Quantified sentence. Now this is one important thing, quantified. When we have this type of thing, SX, when subject is variable, then very important thing is quantifier, means how much variable is there, means how many subjects are there, that is important. So there are two types of quantifier. One is universal, that is called for all. So how we write all we write starting with A, so just opposite of A, so this is like this, for all, noting like this. There exist is starting with E, so just opposite of E, so this is the notation of there exist. Okay. For example, if I'll write for all x Sx, what do you mean by this statement? For every student. And if I'll write there exist x Sx, means for at least one student. Okay. If you write like this, then that is called predicate calculus. Okay. And in predicate calculus, a formula in GATE exam, normally it is asked that which among these are not well formed formula, and normally it is asked for predicate calculus. So you have to look at here. Well formed formula in predicate calculus is a sentence containing no free variable, that is all variables are bounded by some quantifier. Okay. So look at here what I have written, for all x pxy. So here x is bounded by this for all x, but for y there is no boundation or there is no quantifier. So this is not a valid formula or not a valid sentence. Formula means sentence here. Has x bound to be universally quantified, but y is free. So because y is free, so this is not an example of well-formed formula. Definition of well-formed formula is clear. It must be quantified. Any doubt here? Actually, this thing will be clear when some question will be there, then only it will be. So what is universal quantifier? For all x px, means that p holds for all values of x in the domain associated with that variable. Domain and these things we will understand better when we read function. Set relation function we will read in next class probably. So for example, for all x dolphin x, what is meaning of this? What is if I'll say that dolphin x means x is dolphin and mammal x means x is mammal. So what is meaning of this? All dolphins are mammal. Is it clear? All mammals are dolphin? That is not, means that is converse of this statement. Okay. Now converse is not true. Contrapositive is true. What is contrapositive? All non-mammals are non-dolphin. What is contrapositive of this statement? All non-mammals are always non-dolphins. Means non-mammals cannot be dolphin. So actually that is also true. So that is contrapositive of this statement. Is it clear? So in logic always that whatever modus ponens, modus tollens, contrapositive, those things will be applied here also. But there it was simpler. Why? Because there it is bounded by some specific thing, but here it is generic. Here subject is variable. Clear? Now existential quantifier. What is meaning of this?
There exists
Hmm.
mammals such that they
Hmm. So what is the normal English sentence for this? Means there exists some mammal who lays eggs. Means it, is it clear? Means it is not that means whatever here written, meaning of this means there exists at least one mammal who lays eggs. Is it clear? Any doubt? Now one important thing here, when I am writing for all, it is easy or it is normally this will be used, and when there will be there exist, normally and is used. Means later also it will be like this only. So why? Can you? I am telling that whenever for all is there, there will be this sign or signs. Or and condition both are same. Or and condition both are same, means you can change, means only negation sign is there. Similarly, but and cannot be converted easily into this sign. Okay. So now I am telling that with for all, conditional statement is written or we will use or, and with there exist we will use and. So can you think that why it is like that? If you have read digital logic, you remember? No. Okay. So do you remember SOP, sum of product? For example, sigma, if I write 1, 2 something, means that is PQ plus QR like that. This is what? Sum of product. These terms are product. And after that there is sum of all these product. Similarly, there is product of sum. We will write like this pi and this. Then there is something like this P plus Q, Q plus R like this. There is no SOS or POP like this. Okay. Similarly here, what is for all? What is for all? 1 minute. What do you mean by for all? For all x, Px is same as P1 is also true, and P2 is also true, and P3 is also true, and P4 is also true. Means for all x Px means it is true for all variable. Whatever you put in variable, whatever input will give, it is true for all. Is it clear? So here it is and means product. And what is there exist x? There exist x, Px means P1 or P2 or P3 or P4 like this. So any one of them is true. So here it is or, so it is sum. So with sum we will use and means product, and with product we will use this. Is it clear? So with for all normally we will use arrow and or sign, means condition or sign, and with there exist we will use and for making meaningful sentence. We can make some sentence, but meaning will be associated if we will write like this. Is it clear? Any doubt? So universal quantifiers are often used, implies or rules. So okay, so this thing, all students are smarts, we can like write like this. Means if he is a student, then he is smart, means all students are smart. So so this is what I have told, that is written here. Universal quantification is rarely used to make blanket statement, means with this we rarely use this. Everyone in the world is student and is smart, like that we this is, it is better to write like this. Is it clear? Similarly for there exist, with there exist we will write like this, not like this. A common, this is, if you write like this, it is a mistake. Is it clear? Or any doubt? Okay. Now if it is always for all x and for all x, for all y, then you can all x and for all y you can change the position. There will be no meaning will be not changed, means for all x, for all y can be replaced for all y, for all x. Okay. Similarly for there exist also, but this cannot be replaced. For all x there exist cannot be replaced with there exist for all x. Okay. If both are same, then it is, why like so? Because if I write P1 and P2 and P3, similarly if I write with and P4 and P5, so this we can write this side also and this side also. But if we keep here or, then it cannot be appropriate. Okay, because and or, then it distributive law will be applicable, and with and associative laws. Is it clear? Any doubt? Okay. Now this also, this is also useful. Oh, its time is okay. Time is okay. Now we'll complete here. Okay, after that.
What kind of questions come
From this part, yes, definitely. From previous proposition we have seen. Okay. Similarly for predicate also, but for predicate we have not done till now. So we have questions. Questions are there. Okay. So after doing these only we can understand questions. Okay. So for example, these are some simple questions only. But first we will understand this. This is very basic. De Morgan's law, you know what is De Morgan's law? Okay. What is De Morgan's law? Can you tell me? A and B bar is what? A bar plus B bar. So this is De Morgan's law. Similarly here it is what? For all x not of Px. So what does mean? Actually it means P1 and P2 and P3, okay, and you are applying not. So what it will happen? P1 not P1 or not P2 or not P3, like this it will happen. So for all will be converted in there exist, but you look at this sign, this not will be now here. Is it clear? Similarly for here also. So these four Inference are clear? Okay. So today I'll keep here only. Okay. Think where it is. I cannot look at the mouse. Okay, I think you will do. Is it touch screen? No. Okay. So today, any question? You understood everything? So next class we'll complete this thing, predicate thing, and then we'll go through this syllabus only. You know what is syllabus? So that is first thing. Okay. Can you close this?
Print lab.
Yes, that I know, but mouse. Okay, yes. Yes. So we are going through this proposition of first order logic and set relation function. And actually, we'll go through this sequence. And which semester you are right now? Fourth semester. You are also in fourth semester. Okay. So both of you are in this semester. What are the subjects? Discrete maths. Algorithms. Yes. Yes. So for gate, definitely you have discrete maths. Here, set relation function. These things I will also do. So you are using some book. For which book? Okay. So here also you can. So you go through this part, proposition calculus, and you try to solve these questions. I think these are. But this is very basic. Okay, starting this is okay, but this book is for very basic level of.
Actually, semester is over.
For it you have to.
ফিজিক্স ওয়ালার একটা যে কোশ্চেন সলভিং যে বইগুলো আছে ফিজিক্স ওয়ালা তো ওগুলো কি পাচ্ছিস তো ওগুলো থেকে যে প্রিভিয়াস ইয়ার্সের যেটা প্রবলেম মানে প্রবলেম সলভিং এ যে থাকবে যে ওখান থেকে প্র্যাকটিস করার জন্য
कौन सा बुक?
फिजिक्स वाला
का एक बार मैं बुक देखूंगा, उसके बाद ही मैं कंफर्म कर पाऊंगा। चल मैं बुक तो देखा नहीं, मैं तो फिजिक्स वाला जब आया उस समय तो बहुत बाद में आया फिजिक्स वाला। लेकिन ठीक है, कोई भी बुक, एक बुक आप एक्चुअल में ये बुक जो है ना ट्रैवलर मनोहर, ये बढ़िया बुक है। ठीक है, इसका जो फर्स्ट बुक है असल भी ठीक है, लेकिन गेट के सिलेबस में ज़्यादा ये फर्स्ट वाला जो बुक है ये ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। ट्रैवलर मनोहर ये गेट के सिलेबस को कवर करता है। ठीक है, TMH का बुक है। और बढ़िया, बट ये ज़्यादा अच्छा बुक है। और भी बुक जितना है वो सारा ये अच्छा है, ऐसा नहीं है कि। You are also following some book? No. But it is better to follow some book. Okay. or previous year question paper. You can get this book, Ramli Manohar, or there are yes, that is, या फिर ठीक है कोई भी किसी का भी स्टडी मटेरियल भी चलेगा, उससे भी होगा, क्योंकि वो भी रिसर्च करके वो लोग भी ये करके रखते हैं. ठीक है, और कोई डाउट हो तो
बाकी जो पेपरগুলো ছোট তো আমরা দেব তো
हाँ 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 मोस्टली का मैं लूँगा, मैं सारा नहीं लूँगा क्योंकि उतना भी टाइम पता नहीं, लेकिन मोस्टली बुक में मोस्टली सब्जेक्ट में ही कवर करूँगा. आप लोगों को समझ में आया? ठीक है, कुछ ऐसा नहीं लगा कि हम कुछ किसी क्वेश्चन किस सब्जेक्ट
বায়োলজি নাই বায়োলজিতে আমাদের দিকে আছে মানে সেমিস্টার আছে
नहीं मैंने इसमें बताया.
I thought you told about biology.
No, not biology. I only can teach computer science and especially what you see, digital computer, these all things. Engineering mathematics, all part, computer architecture, programming, algorithm, theory of computation, compiler design, operating system, and network. Definitely I'll. So I'll not touch database, but otherwise everything else. And similarly, if you go through that syllabus also in artificial intelligence, that data science and artificial intelligence, there also AI and actually there is only two parts. One is mathematics part and another is core AI part. So both. And yes, database there is also one database. So that part I can cover. Okay.
When will the syllabus get completed?
That is dependent on number of classes. Okay. And because you also have, because you are in semester, so you have to manage your class also. So that is also important. For example, maybe in your exam time, you will free or not. That is also. Okay.
new question
Okay, this is really good. Fourth section.
right department CSE or section C may actually was one admission JELET আমার there কারণ যেটা আমি ডিসক্রিটটা নিজে আমি ইউটিউব থেকে পড়ছিলাম ট্রেডিং ইনফিনিটি আর প্রদীপের একাডেমি ইউটিউবে দুর্দান্ত ওনার কাছে লজিকটা বলছিলাম দুর্দান্ত বুঝিয়েছে, আমি কিছু বুঝতে পারিনি, এমনকি আমার লজিকটা শুরু করিনি, আমি ওই সেটে ওটা পুরো রিলেশনটা পুরো কমপ্লিট হয়েছে, আমি পুরো পুরো সলভ করতে